Pisces, environmental change. I'm changing things. My environment seems to be changing, or I'm changing my environment altogether and getting the hell out of Dodge really quickly for a lot of you. Now, Lee, Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, Louise, a Capricorn or a Gemini person, and my environment is what keeps me stuck, and my environment is what I'm changing. So it might not be what you've realized, Pisces. I'm going to channel for a little bit first. Channel 4, some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio or an Aries person, or you've got this in your chart, or you could be called Charlotte. But my environment is what changes me, and me changes my environment. And if the environment that I'm in, and it's restrictive, and it's boring, and it's frustrating, then I'm getting out of my environment, and I'm possibly moving. Now, I've already done your monthly overview. That is over on Patreon. That is the bronze, silver, or gold tier. I will tell you at the end, but your channel messages seem to be exactly the same as what says on the tin. It's something, because I heard environmental, so a mental disorder or some kind of situation that you could have going on around mental health. You could be a mental health practitionist, or you could have discovered a lot about mental health, okay? But you're probably realizing that people that are around your environment are more like mental, chicken oriental, okay? So in order to be authentic, in order to get away from this energy, I need to move. So I feel that for a lot of you, you've got your plans of like changing not yourselves, but your environment. Your environment is what creates a better self. If where you are is restricted and stuck and feeling like I just can't get out, it's not you or anybody else that has to change, it's your environment that has to change that gives you more, okay? So if you're looking to move, or you're looking to do a financial kind of like thing around work or anything like that, it's not me that needs to change, it's the circumstance itself. I can't control my environment, but the thing that I can do is move from my environment to make things better, okay? That's your general overview of what's kind of channeled for you. Okay, so your cards that came out was unfazed. Oh, so if I didn't say, Pisces, this is a different reading than what is over on your monthly overview. Okay, your monthly overview is the Rider-Waite deck, full table spread, clarified with everything that tells you everything that you got coming up for your month. This is what to be aware of and what is around you, and anything that may be of also change and want that'll be spiritual or physical, okay? But you've got unfazed, okay? So for a lot of you, kind of like, I can't even be bothered in order to speak or talk with you because it is so restrictive and it is so frustrating that I am just not acting as if I'm bothered. So it's kind of like, talk to the wall, bruv, because I'm not bothered, okay? So it might be where you've cut someone out and you are completely unfazed by someone's actions of the past that have constantly created your future, and you have been stuck for so long realising that I am unfazed by anybody or anything that tries to stop me and stand in my own way of progressing forward for myself. Okay, so I think that you're kind of trying to, or you've understood a lot, Pisces, and coming up to the end of the year, because we're looking at November, but coming up towards the end of the year, you're looking good for a start here. Okay, so you might be doing anything around polyamorous or poly, or like a third-party marriage or relationship, but you're kind of like, you know what, I'm just going to do a bit of R&R, pamper myself and start looking after myself and my appearance, regardless of whether you're male or female, okay? But it feels like that I'm just going to look after my appearance. I'm going to remain unfazed by anybody that tells me that I don't look good enough, or that I'm not good enough, or that where I live is not good enough, or anything like that. If I have competition, I really don't give a shit, because I'm in love with myself, and anybody that is around me, I'm unfazed, uncared, I don't care, and do what you like, write it down, write a book, chuck it in the bin, piss on it, do whatever you want, I don't care. I'm a Pisces, I'm taking back control, and I'm unfazed by anybody else that is around me, because you are interrupting anything that I'm trying to manifest for my future. Okay, now the next card that you had out, or do have out, is child neglect. Now when I was shuffling, this flew out, okay, flew over the cuckoo's nest, and it's the same card that came out before. Okay, so if any of you want to know about a Pisces' parents or a Life Path 3's parents, just ask a Pisces or a life path 3 about their parents, okay? And it always comes up for us, Pisces, and the same thing is also here. A thing could be Steve. If I say thing, you say Stephen King. Could be around a Leo or an Aquarian placement also. Now, this might be a father and a mother or an ex situation that's going on with an ex-husband or wife, okay? But this child here is the one that seems to be, you know what, I am unfazed by the neglect and the narcissism and control that seems to come my way. And if you want my attention, then don't keep trying to get it, because it just feels like it could be a very bad parenting situation that you are in, Pisces, here already. So it's kind of like, you know what, if I realise that remaining open is to manifest anything in my future, and that I cannot change my environment of this person that causes this, then the only thing of cause and effect, okay, is the fact that I have to change my environment. It wouldn't be this person that changes, okay? It's very important that I have to ram that home to everybody, okay? Raymond or Ramond or Raymond or Ramon, okay? Or Stimpson or Simpson or Steve, Sarah, Sassy, Sandra, Cece, is the fact that it isn't anybody that changes, it's my environment that changes, and that also changes me also. Now, if you go back to primitive behaviour, Pisces, and you look at if we were all pushed into the corner of society, and then global takeover would be like, you know, something of mass destruction of like control and neglect, we would be pushed into society as a bracket, okay, that is groups of people, okay. Now, if you are a child that is, or a person here that lives with a parent, and there is that much restriction and control and scared and feeling scared and hateful, okay, that's I can't feel grateful for the environment that I'm in, because that environment is teaching me to close down and not listen to this person. So it's negative. Okay, so the theory of relativity is if there's negativity, you can't manifest anything in your life ever unless there's positive outlook. A positive outlook isn't you, it's your environment. Okay, that's what I'm picking up for you here, Pisces. So if your environment is negative, if it's restrictive of people that don't listen to you, or they're really not bothered, or you're not phased and you're not bothered about listening to this person here, it's because of where you are living and where you are. Now, if you're in a job, for instance, or your name's Rob or Robin or Robert or Robertson, okay, or your son or your daughter or your mother or your father, if you are in a circumstance that makes you pushed into a corner of a room, for instance, right, and you're kind of like, fuck, every time do I go out of this room, am I always feeling as if someone's just about to have a go at me, shout at me, make me feel as if I'm not worthy, if I'm not worthy of the time of listening to this person. So there would be controlling vocabulary. This is pretty much like blaming or having a go at someone because they won't speak to you, or you won't speak to them. So them, Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Justin, Jenkins, Jasmine, Jack. But again, this could be you or your partner, or a cross comparison of both, okay? But what it feels like is that there is so much restriction here where I'm always being told what to do, or told that I'm not good enough, or that you will never be anything other than what is here. It makes you cower into a corner, okay, of the room where you feel like you need to isolate. Okay, so if you're isolating yourself away from a person, what are you manifesting? So you would have isolation, you would have depression, you would have guilt, shame, everything pushed upon you, okay? You would feel as if you can't go out, okay, that you don't want to go out into your environment because of the restriction of knowing that you would bump into this person. So if this be like, say, where you're living and it's your next door neighbour or someone that you're in a relationship with that's very present around you, the circumstance that you would be in is, if I go out the front door, I'm going to be noticed and seen by this person. So what do I have to do? Well, I don't have to change my outlook, and I don't have to try and change them. I just have to move from my environment to another one to change my life from people that cause distraction and cause me to close down and isolate myself away because this person doesn't believe what I say or what I do. This can also be a part of mental health. It could be someone that blames someone for not paying attention to them, and because you're not paying attention and because you're not focused on me, who are you focused on? But this child could have mental abuse throughout their whole life that ends up giving them things like ADD or attention deficit disorder, okay? And it could also be bipolar. It could be anything that is kind of going on also with this child because of the environment they've been in. This is pretty much what they've learned to do, is close their ears and not pay attention and not listen to the person of environment that keeps them stuck. Okay, so what you are now, Pisces, is unfazed and unbothered by what it is that might come your way, because this person could also be, I don't know, they could also be very materialistic, like more worried about material objects than actual feelings, okay? So they can be very materialistic, okay? Money and everything is more important than your feelings. Okay, the things that you have are more important than feelings. It can be someone that's really structured in life, Pisces, that is unfazed by society, because this can be like a Mr. or Mrs. Bucket, where you have to worry about more what people think about me. I'm more worried about what people think about me by you being a disappointment. Okay, and because you're a disappointment, then I'm more worried about looking like this and what appearance of pride is. Could be a Libra energy maybe, okay, that would be my pride energy, but my appearance and pride of what people think is so structured to the point of I have to look better than what you do, and because I have to outshine and outdo you, sunshine, who do you think you are, being bigger and better than what I am? Okay, so you've got this competitive behavior that seems to be around, of where I'm not fazed by your tactics of neglect anymore. Okay, here. Now, that isn't the end of the story, of the end of the dragon, but this could be the dragon. But like, yeah, this isn't the end of the story. Okay, there's going to be more. Hold on. Pisces, what of Pisces? Anything that Pisces need to be aware of. Now, like I said, if this is an ex that you are going through the motions with because you have a child together, the child is caught between a rock and a hard place of neglect. Okay, because they're learning by their environment. So, say for instance, if you've got a child and your child has been given to the mother or the father, and say the woman, say the child goes with the father, because this looks more like a father kind of energy here, okay, the shadow does. But like, if you've seen that they're with their father and their father is neglecting the child, and your environment is pretty much saying to you, I have to keep fighting for my child because my ex-husband or wife is neglecting my child, and now I'm going to be stuck in this situation for as long as I can. But what I realise is that I have to act more unfazed by the person's tactics, because I have to realise that it's going to be down to the child to recognise what's going on in that circumstance. And the more that I get wound up and the more that I end up fighting back for this person, it just does more harm to the child of confusion, where the child needs to learn its environment within itself, because it's a self person. Okay, so the child or the person needs to learn what is taken from the father or mother. Okay, so that would be, you don't have to do anything, I'll do it all for you, and then once you're doing it, I'll take it away from you and teach you that you're not good enough in order to survive without me. Okay, that can be an individual message there for some. So let's see, what else does Pisces need to be aware of that's coming out for them for November? For Pisces for November, please. Any other messages for Pisces to be aware of, please, in November? So you've got creativity and creativity muncher. Munching up the old creativity of the ice cream cone there, Pisces. Steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off you. Well, you've definitely got yourselves a dark empath that's around you, that's for sure. Now, I don't know if any of you, like I said, man, tarot cards, I think that's probably kind of coming up where I started mentioning this before, and I got a load of flack again in the comments, which I'm no longer looking at. By the way, Pisces, please make sure that you guys give thanks in the comment section for anything this month that you've gone through. Okay, in October, what is it of the one biggest thing in October that you could be grateful for? Okay, please state below in the comments, and let's try and outshine all of the negative people and all the negative comments and the negative energy. Please give thanks to one thing this month that you've gone through that you can give thanks to. Okay, so I would really appreciate that. It'd be good to hear from you guys. So, creativity muncher steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off you. So you've definitely got someone that could be creating your ideas that you've kind of got for yourself, and you've come in decadent with a person of the past that kind of manipulates and steals your ideas, and they kind of try to I mean, like I said, man, if this is around tarot cards, then I really wouldn't say that people can steal other people's ideas. That is well, I mean, I don't know. Creativity. So anything that you're doing that you feel, you know what, this is a really good idea that I have, and I'm going to do it. Now, if you've come in contact with a person of X in the past, and you have expressed all of your ideas to a person, and you've kind of given them your ideas, for a lot of you, this person could be maybe stealing them. Or you are, like I said, it could be you that's stealing them. I don't care who's who, but it's still here. So it's kind of like, I mean, I suppose it's like the Mandela effect when you look at creativity muncher, because people of spiritual esoteric knowledge, they connect with a certain frequency. That frequency can give them the same kind of messages. But it also spazzes people out, because I believe around the tarot community and stuff like that, there's a hell of a lot of people that come up as spiritual, but they're actually not. They're actually very negative souls. They're actually classed as a dark empath. Okay, so you can come into contact with many people along your spiritual path that threaten in order to take things away from you. This is a bit like a mother or a father that is threatened to take away their passion, their drive, they're like, say for instance, you know what, I'm feeling really creative, but I can't think of anything positive in my life at the moment because of the amount of negative energy that is around my environment at the moment. So if you are like tarot card readers and people like that and things like that bother you, you'll have to close your comments down, okay, or just not listen to people, okay, but like negativity, okay. So if you've got an idea or something like that, it feels like that this person is probably trying to force you not to do things that you are very good at, okay, that you're very good at. Now, I don't know if any of you see this on YouTube, but it came up just a minute ago and I watched it. And I didn't actually know of this person, but this is a woman, okay, and she does this, and she does live streaming on Twitch, and also she does very revealing videos of very skimpy leather and red bunny outfits, where she's very flummoxuous, and she's got a great body or whatever it is. And I've got nothing against people doing that, because I suppose it's a very good channel. And the girl does seem like a very genuine kind of girl. But she did a live where it was picked up by other people. And her husband was a complete narcissist. And he took control of her phone. He got all of her phones, her computer, her Twitter, her account, completely and utterly took over when they were married. Okay, so he has control and access to everything that this person created with herself. This person left it on Twitch that the phone call that was given by this narcissistic ex that had absolutely and utterly flipped the script at this woman, because that she didn't answer him, because she didn't understand what he said. She didn't hear what he said. He said something and she didn't understand what it was and she didn't hear. And because she said, oh, I didn't hear what you said, he literally threatened to kill her dogs. Like, he said, I'm going to kill your 2 dogs, okay? And that flipped, like, absolutely screamed and shouted down the phone. This was live on Twitch where everybody was hearing it, and it's now been picked up by people on YouTube that are now been showing you the mental abuse that this woman had gone through, because she also goes through so much abuse online as well, because she uses her assets to earn money, which she is extremely successful. But you can imagine the amount of people that say, they're fake boobs, they're this, they're that, you shouldn't be doing this, blah, blah, blah. Keyboard warriors, people that blaming people for having a certain look or a style that they have. This could be anything that you do spiritually or anything like that. You have a certain style, you have a certain flair. People blame you for it, for being good looking or not so good looking. But somebody that is like, I have certain things about me that I'm good at, and I use my assets to gain money through what I have. Neglect, people neglecting it. So this person gone through loads of different situations in their life that this person had neglected them and took over their business and their control and said, okay, I'm going to delete your Twitter account, I'm going to delete your YouTube account, I'm going to delete the business, I'm going to donate all of the money, because he had access to the bank account and everything else. Now, don't forget, Pisces, normally when I am speaking, I am channeling, okay, a story that will relate, I bet, to a lot of you here. Just tweak it a little bit. But has access to all phone and computer and everything of their ex-partner that of marriage, was threatening to release everything else on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, blah, 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 about the truth, what he thought was from this person. But he was also exposed because of the conversation that was online here, okay? So this is exposing, or people that try to expose other people that are online, that are creative, that other people do not like because people are creative. Okay, so it's just the same as this, okay? I will get loads and loads of flack constantly being a tarot reader. All the time. Always have, and it is what it is, okay? But loads of flack, loads of fucking negativity. Negativity, negativity, negativity. Who do you think you are saying this? Who do you think you are talking about these things? Who do you think that you are talking about my family, about my assets, about my money? You're watching a psychic tarot card reader. So you can't stop what other people do. But when it comes to this, don't let other people intimidate you from being you, Pisces. If you have creative ideas, do them. If your environment is stopping you from doing what you do, change your environment, go somewhere else, do something else, okay? Use your creativity where you know it is not seen by these people, okay? Now, whether that be YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, a blog page, a vlog, anything like that, do not let other people stop you from being you, okay? Do not feed into the energy of negativity and neglect, because when you argue against, you become negative, okay? You become negative. So, it's about changing your environment. These same kind of messages came up through your monthly of November, Pisces, but it was in a different manner, okay? Or major D. Let's see, Pisces. For anything for Pisces to be aware of through November. So you got head in the clouds, possibly a vape shop or a vape artist or something, but head in the clouds, looking out the window, dreaming of all the things that I could do that are creative, but I'm letting other people stop me from doing that. My ex, my husband, or my wife is stopping me from doing anything that is creative because I'm worried that it will be stolen. You're not doing your creative side then, right here. Don't let people stop you from doing it. I mean, is it something else that's stopping you from doing it, like finances and money, Pisces? Is that something that stops you from doing this creative energy? Okay. Worried that people are going to take your idea. You can't. The worst thing that you need to do, Pisces, here is fight against anybody else that's spiritual. Okay. Please stop fighting with other people that say that they're spiritual, or they think, or they know, or they're coming up as they are. Okay, just let them do whatever they want. Okay, please do not keep engaging in this. You know, this. I think that there's some kind of thing here that may be around negative comments or negative people, or worried about being expressive of voice or expressing my creative side because I worry that other people might, you know, have a bad opinion of that. This could be for people that have just started like YouTube and you're realizing how bad that can actually be. Okay. So my opinion for those people that may be out there that have just started this, if things like that do that, stay out of your comment sections. You know, do not look for comments here. Okay. Let's see. Pisces. Any messages for Pisces, please? Any messages for Pisces to be aware of through November? So you got, it's Jen, look, Jen in her hat. Jen 76 moves in silence. Shh, Jennifer. Don't say anything because I'm just about to make a move on Jennifer, and the Pisces is going to get neglected and told no. Right, Jen? Anyway, so you got moves in silence. Okay, so it's something that you cannot see that moves in silence. What is it? Chaos. It's chaos that moves slowly in silence. So it means to me that you are not talking to this person, expressing the fact that maybe what come up during your monthly, which is moving from your what? None of you dare say person, no. Or going towards your person, maybe. But where is it that you're moving? From your environment. From your environment. Changing things about your environment will change your outlook of life. It will pull your head out of the clouds here to stop you from isolating yourself away, Pisces, and realizing that you are a fish that needs to be free and to swim, to do what I want to do, to be who I want to be. And I'm not going to be able to do that or be that while I'm living in this environment or while I'm in this environment. The only thing that I can do in order to be able to fully express myself with anything that I have of an idea, my idea cannot spring to light into fruition whilst there is negative energy being put onto a person to close their energy source down, their energy down. Okay, so it brings me down. It makes me feel that I need to isolate myself away. I feel the negativity around an environment. It feels restrictive. It feels competitive. It feels awful. It feels bad. So what are you going to tell yourself all day long? It feels negative. It feels awful. It feels bad. I need to avoid this person. I can't go out. If I walk out the door, I'm shouted at. If I walk out onto the street, I might bump into this person. So what needs to change? Not you, not the person, your environment, Pisces, your environment. Okay, so it says what it does on the tin. Moves in silence. I'm making a plan to move. I'm not telling the person that this is why I am moving. Okay, not telling people your plans is possibly the best way, because then people cannot stop you from doing and being who you are, Pisces, which is a fish. Go Pisces. Right, so there you go, guys. So when I do the weeklies, I will actually clarify these for you, okay? But I am hoping that you guys are going to support my movement spiritually and also my movement at the end of the year. Yes, I am a Pisces. It just so happens that it's true. But if you guys want to follow that, you can also follow my vlog, because I will be vlogging my movement. But if you want to financially help and support my physical movement in the future, I really do hope that you consider to join Patreon. Your monthly reading is over on the bronze, which is $2 or $3. Okay, so you get all 12 star signs. Whenever you join, you get a month. It really doesn't matter. It's very cheap, but it really does help me out financially if you was to at least join the bronze tier. Okay, $3 or $4, man. It really isn't too much to be able to support your fellow Piscean. Okay, you can find that link below. If you want your weekly readings and also the teaching one, the silver gives you all of the weeklies. Okay, so they're all done differently. Over here is different than what it is on Patreon. Okay, sometimes it's the same. Sometimes you get a full spread and these. Okay, and then these are different over on here. But if you want the weeklies, you'll need the silver or the gold tier. The gold tier just has all of the teaching stuff that I have done in the past and whatever it is that I continue to do. Excuse me. Whatever I continue to do is throughout the time that all the stuff and the knowledge that I ever learn and teach you will always be on that gold tier. Okay, but they're all done at different times. But you have to search through them. Okay, but like I said, if you want more than your monthlies, you will need the silver or the gold tier. But all links are provided below for personal readings and also links to Patreon and also all of the other websites and things that I also run, like Angel Radio and also the vlog. Okay, later date after Christmas, we'll be doing a lot of vlogs. Okay, so thanks very much, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you soon.